If you're planning a move to Denver, or you already live here and considering a change, you know how overwhelming it can be to figure out the best neighborhood for your lifestyle. That's why I'm breaking down 5280 Magazine's top 25 neighborhoods in Denver for 2025. Today in part 1, we're looking at neighborhoods 25 through 17. And I'm giving you more than just numbers. I'm giving you real insight into what it's like to live there and what makes them great, and how to find the right fit for your next move. I'm John Grandt, the North Star team at Compass, and your Denver real estate pro. Now let's dive in. Kicking things off at number 25 is the Highlands, one of Denver's most iconic and trendiest neighborhoods. Known to some longtime locals as Northside, this historic area has seen a surge of new residents, restaurants, and retail over the past decade. And while home prices have dipped slightly over the past 2 years and crime has ticked up, the Highlands remains one of the city's most desirable places to live. In 2024, the average home price came in just under $913,000, making it more accessible than in years past. The neighborhood includes 3 distinct areas: Highland, Low-High, and Platt Street, each with its own unique vibe, but all walkable, vibrant, and full of character. You'll find everything from classic Denver squares to modern townhomes with a mix of young families, professionals, and longtime locals. So what about the food scene? The Highlands might lead the city in options per block. Standouts include Alma Fondafina, Spuntino, and Kike's Red Tacos, plus new arrivals like Nana's Dim Sum and Hampden Social. Legacy spots like My Brother's Bar bring the history. Craving a drink? Choose from breweries like Zunai Street or Recess Beer Garden, cocktails at Williams & Graham, or Room for Millie. Looking for coffee? Try Blue Sparrow or Pinwheel Coffee. So whether you're sipping mezcal in Low-High or strolling past Victorian homes, the Highlands continues to offer style, history, and some of the best urban living Denver has to offer. At number 24, welcome back to Cory-Merrill, a quiet yet desirable neighborhood just east of Wash Park. This central Denver enclave may be sleepier than its famous neighbor, but it saw one of the biggest jumps in home prices this year, second only to Southmore Park, which helped land it back in the top 25 for the first time since 2020. Originally filled with modest post-World War II homes, Cory-Merrill has changed dramatically in recent years. Many of the small, single-story houses have been replaced by contemporary McMansions, towering above the remaining bungalows and brick ranches. In 2024, the average home price here hit a steep $1.54 million, making it one of the most valuable real estate pockets in the city. There's not much nightlife, but that's part of the appeal. If you're looking for strong schools, easy access to Wash Park, and a central location with quick access to I-25 and Colorado Boulevard, Cory-Merrill should be on your radar. It's also home to the Archdiocese of Denver. Dining options are limited, but definitely worth exploring. Nearby in Virginia Village, Thai Pot Cafe is a local favorite, and if you've got a sweet tooth, head to Beard Papa's for Japanese cream puffs or See's Candies for a classic treat. Shopping is also minimal within the neighborhood, but Runner's Roost, a Colorado-born running store, is a standout. The staff will help you get fitted for the perfect shoes, and you can break them in during the store's weekly free run club. And here's a fun surprise. Cory-Merrill is home to Victoria Sailing School, the oldest and largest sailing school in Colorado. Even without a body of water in sight, you can learn everything from coastal cruising to advanced navigation right here in the heart of the city. So if you're after peace and privacy, top-tier schools, and a central location with an unexpected twist, Cory-Merrill just might be the hidden gem you're looking for. At number 23, let's talk about Platt Park, a neighborhood that may have seen the largest home price drop in Denver last year, but still has plenty going for it. Charming, walkable, and full of character, Platt Park is anchored by South Pearl Street, a bustling stretch known for its weekend farmers market, beloved boutiques, and some of the best dining in the city. The surrounding neighborhood is a mix of craftsman bungalows, modern renovations, duplexes, and Victorians, all the way to South Broadway, where things get a little funkier and a lot more fun. Home prices dipped in 2024, with the average sale landing around $878,000. A notable shift, but also an opportunity for savvy buyers. Despite the price slide, Platt Park still scores well in safety and earns major points for location. With I-25, light rail access, and 2 strong schools nearby, it checks all the right boxes for convenience and livability. If you're here to eat, you're in for a treat. Sushi Den is the crown jewel, but the options are endless. Grab steak at Jack's or elevated comfort food at Bird. And if you love sweets, Tokyo Premium Bakery serves Japanese-style pastries that are worth the visit all on their own. Looking for brunch? Head to Lucille's Creole Cafe, where the beignets are legendary. For coffee or a place to work, try Nixon's Coffee House or the Steam Espresso Bar patio. And yes, this is still Denver, so you've got your local brewery at Platt Park Brewing Co. and your go-to cocktail bar, Hazel. On the west edge of the neighborhood, South Broadway brings an eclectic mix of eats, including La Chiva for Colombian, Quiero Arepas for Venezuelan, and of course, Dive In, a nautical-themed dive bar. So while home prices may have dipped, the lifestyle in Platt Park is still top tier. With walkability, food charm, and culture, it's no wonder this neighborhood continues to be one of Denver's most beloved. At number 22, let's head south to a neighborhood that's quietly climbing the ranks, Hampden South. This area saw an impressive 8.5% jump in home prices last year, pushing it back into Denver's top 25 after ranking 66th just 2 years ago. That rise isn't just about affordability, it's also about lifestyle. The average home price here is just under $579,000, making it an appealing choice for professionals who work in the nearby Denver Tech Center. But it's not just a commuter zone. With views of the foothills, access to light rail at Bellevue Station, and a wide variety of housing, from 1980s two-stories to townhomes and high-rise condos, Hampden South has something for everyone. The neighborhood also gets high marks for Southmore Elementary, and crime rates are relatively low compared to the city average. All of that adds up to a spot that feels stable, convenient, and on the rise. When it comes to food, this area has a few local gems, like a meatball sub at Zane's Italian Bistro, and then wind down with a steak dinner at Shanahan's, the upscale spot owned by former Broncos coach Mike Shanahan. For a more laid-back vibe, Darcy's Bistro and Pub serves up Irish fare and neighborhood energy. If outdoor time is a priority, Hampden South won't disappoint. There are 4 major parks within the neighborhood, including George Wallace Park, where you can walk or bike the Goldsmith Gulch Trail. If tennis or swimming is your thing, the Eastmore Swim and Tennis Club is one of the best around, though it does have a wait list. Want to swing a golf club instead? Kennedy Golf Course offers 27 holes plus a mini golf course that's perfect for kids or date night. So if you're looking for a blend of value, variety, and open space, Hampden South checks the boxes. It's quiet but connected, affordable but approaching, and one of the sneaky smart picks in Denver right now. Coming in at number 21 is Sloan's Lake, a neighborhood that proves Denverites really love their green space. This community sits right next to its namesake park, which also happens to be the second largest park in the city. And while Sloan's Lake was once overshadowed by its neighbors, it's now standing tall on its own. Tree-lined blocks filled with Tudors, Mediterranean revivals, and sleek townhomes are drawing in young professionals and families alike. The neighborhood's popularity keeps climbing, along with home values, thanks in part to Brown International Academy, a well-regarded local school. One of Sloan's biggest perks? Location. It's close to downtown, just a quick ride from the charming main drag in Edgewater, and offers easy access to highways heading straight into the Rockies. And for a neighborhood dominated by a lake, the food scene is surprisingly strong. Dig into scratch-made biscuits at Rise and Shine, or pick up a classic breakfast burrito at Santiago's. Need a caffeine boost? Stop by Slow High Coffee Company, which shares space with a bike shop, or check out Petunia Bake Shop for a Nutella-stuffed cronut. Craving something stronger? Sloan's is home to Odell's Brewhouse, Hogshead Brewery, and Joyride Brewing, which has a killer rooftop patio. For playtime or fitness, the south end of Sloan's Lake Park got a huge refresh recently, complete with a rocket-themed playground, zip line, pump track, and more. And if boutique fitness is more your speed, there's F45, High Ride Cycle, and Row House just outside the neighborhood borders. And don't miss the Colorado Dragon Boat Festival each July, featuring actual boat races, cultural performances, and more. So if you're looking for a neighborhood that blends urban perks with lakeside peace, Sloan's Lake delivers, with views, value, and a community vibe that just keeps growing. At number 20, we're heading to Speer, a neighborhood that's often overlooked but quietly climbing the ranks. Most people know Speer as the major boulevard connecting downtown to Cherry Creek, but there's a growing community tucked just north and south of that busy stretch, and it's becoming one of Denver's up-and-comers. After a 2-year break from the top 25, Speer is back, thanks to a 3% rise in home values, a growing food scene, and solid performances from its 2 neighborhood schools. With an average home price just over $655,000, it's still relatively affordable compared to many central Denver spots. This neighborhood is mostly made up of renters, but you'll still find historic homes full of character. It's got easy access to the Cherry Creek Trail, plus peaceful green spaces like Alamo Placida Park and Hungarian Freedom Park. And yes, one of Denver's 2 Trader Joe's locations calls Speer home. Now let's talk about food. Lucille's Creole Cafe remains a brunch classic. You've also got Mr. Oso for Latin-inspired cocktails, Odyssey Italian for cozy pasta nights, and La Forêt, one of the city's best new French restaurants. Don't skip dessert either. Sweet Action Ice Cream on South Broadway delivers every time. Remote workers will love the sunny corners of Rosebud Cafe or the couches at Bardo Coffee House. For happy hour, try a glass of wine at Carboy Winery or a cold one at Don's Club Tavern, a dive bar with decades of stories. Want more options? Head to a Prey at Governor's Park, a new concept that brings together multiple breweries and distilleries under one roof. And a bonus, it's got a 10,000 square foot dog-friendly patio. Need some creative inspiration? The Art Students League of Denver offers classes for everyone, from dabblers to pros, and they even start kids at age 6. And if you only do one thing while visiting Speer, make it a movie night at the historic Mayan Theater. This 95-year-old gem is one of the last Mayan revival-style theaters in the country, and it's still a go-to spot for indie and foreign films. Plus, there's a full bar inside. So if you're looking for urban energy, underrated charm, and a growing local scene, Speer just might surprise you. And it's got access, atmosphere, and all of the ingredients of a neighborhood on the rise. At number 19, we head south to one of Denver's smallest but most beloved neighborhoods, Rosedale. After a brief break from the top 25, this tight-knit community is back, thanks to low crime, good schools, and a steady rise in home values. With just under 3,000 residents, it's cozy, quiet, and full of character. Nearly half the neighborhood is dedicated to parks and green space, including Harvard Gulch Park and Rosedale Park. So if fresh air and elbow room are on your wish list, Rosedale delivers. You'll find most of the action on South Broadway and West Evans, where restaurants, shops, and bars offer something for everyone. The Post, Bacon Social House, and Taste of Thailand are just a few local favorites. Over on South Downing, Roaming Buffalo Barbecue serves up smoky perfection. Thirsty? Grab a craft beer at Denver Beer Company, then swing across the street for falafel and gyros at Yemen Grill and Cafe. And while Rosedale may be small, it's packed with personality. Harvard Gulch Park is the heart of the neighborhood and complete with softball fields, volleyball courts, and an outdoor pool. Architecturally, Rosedale is a mix of Victorian homes and modern builds, all tucked among the tree-lined streets and walking paths. And with the University of Denver just steps away, you're close to everything from Pioneer hockey to theater performances. If you're looking for a peaceful, Parkfield neighborhood with just enough buzz around the edges, Rosedale might be exactly what you're looking for. At number 18, we head to one of Denver's most dynamic neighborhoods, University. This area offers a rare mix: low crime, top-rated schools, and affordability, at least by Denver standards. The average home price here is just under $800,000, making it one of the more accessible options in the top 25. But don't confuse affordable with quiet. Thanks to the University of Denver sitting right at its heart, this neighborhood has an undeniable buzz. Think coffee shops, taco joints, wine bars, and campus culture, all within walking distance. Whether you're a student, young professional, or longtime local, there's something here for you. Housing in University is a true mix. Bungalows, craftsman-style homes, apartments, and townhomes all line the shady streets, and with Asbury Elementary School continuing to rank high, it's a solid option for families too. When it comes to food and drink, start with the Pioneer, home to legendary tacos and a rooftop patio that draws a crowd. Jerusalem Restaurant is a longtime staple for Middle Eastern fare, and for a plant-based option, Next Level Burger has you covered. Need coffee or a cure for last night's hangover? Pete's University Park Cafe is a go-to. Jelly Cafe brings the retro breakfast vibes, and Insomnia Cookies stays open late for sugar cravings. Bars here range from crowdy to refined. Stadium Inn and Illegal Pete's cater to the student scene, while La Bella Rosette mixes espresso with curated wine list for a more grown-up crowd. Spanky's Roadhouse is your classic burger and beer pub, complete with wings and an impressive tap list. And University isn't just about food. The Newman Center for the Performing Arts hosts everything from opera to modern dance, while the Chamberlain Observatory offers public stargazing if you can snag a spot. Want to get outdoors? You're in luck. The DU campus itself is a 125-acre arboretum, home to over 2,000 trees and hundreds of plant species. Nearby DeBoer Park and the East Harvard Gulch Trail offer space to play, run, and reconnect with nature. So if you want an active, well-connected neighborhood with culture, community, and character, University might just be your perfect fit. Finally, at number 17, we're wrapping up part 1 with Central Park, Denver's largest and most family-friendly neighborhood. If the name sounds new, that's because this area was once the site of the old airport and it was renamed in 2020. Since then, it's become one of the city's most in-demand neighborhoods, especially for buyers looking to stretch their budget without sacrificing lifestyle. In fact, Central Park recorded the most sold homes in Denver for the 4th year in a row, and the average sales price climbed to just over $760,000, a 5% increase. But thanks to the neighborhood size, there's still a wide variety of options. Energy-efficient homes, townhomes, and charming single-family cottages, all surrounded by over a dozen top-rated schools, 7 pools, and an incredible amount of green space and walking trails. The location doesn't hurt either. You're just north of Stanley Marketplace and right next to Dick's Sporting Goods Park, home of the Colorado Rapids. And inside the neighborhood, you'll find chef-driven spots like Hashtag, Four Friends Kitchen, and even a Little Man ice cream location built beneath a 75-foot airplane. For families, this place is a dream. There's bounce gymnastics and a kid-focused tattered-covered bookstore, all within reach. And for grown-ups, breweries, boutiques, and coffee shops anchor Central Park's 2 main shopping districts, Northfield and Eastbridge Town Center. So if you're looking for space, schools, and a true community feel without leaving Denver city limits, Central Park offers one of the best blends of suburban calm and city convenience. That wraps up part 1 of our countdown. If one of these neighborhoods sounds like a great fit for you to call home, or if you want to compare options based on your lifestyle and goals, call, text, or email me today. I'm John Grandt with the North Star team at Compass and your Denver Real Estate Pro. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss part 2, where we're exploring neighborhoods 16 to 9 and get even closer to revealing Denver's #1 place to live. I'll see you next time.